much to discover.
Hey everyone, Sade is here again, and today we are playing Kona. This is one I had my eye on quite a while ago, but it was recently on sale for 10 or 11 or maybe 12 bucks, so I thought I'd pick it up. I'm told it's kind of a cross between X-Files and maybe The Long Dark, which is also one of my favorite ones. It takes place in the 1970s, somewhere in northern Canada, during a blizzard, and apparently you're trying to figure out why a town is deserted. So that's all I know about this. I've never actually played this, so it'll be interesting, and I'm kind of thinking that maybe it'll give me a little bit of nostalgia living in I lived in northern BC as a kid for a few years, so I'm thinking there might be some flashbacks here from the early 80s. So we'll see. Let's get going here. All right, play. Give me a new game. Loading, loading, loading. Thinking about loading. Come on. Come on. I will say, watching the intro and well, not the intro, just the startup screen here with the plants blowing around, it looked pretty cool. Northern Quebec. No, this is not BC.
Carl Faubert sought information for a living. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist,
you better stop for that train.
In touch with him regarding a simple vandalism.
I also work for a railroad, and I get a little bit
not worth hiring a private eye either,
forceful
just
about
so he
people
can
watching
drive for hours on rough roads.
Anyway.
But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Throttle, brake and reverse. Brake? Who needs brakes? Okay. Sorry, that's just habit, guys. I've been working at a railroad for a few years. I'm not a field guy,
client's
but
business.
It's enough to
actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Turn it off. Okay. Well, this is a little wonky getting used to the steering and also turning your head. I'm actually not accelerating a whole lot. The car's just coasting.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Oh look, ranger station. Well, let's go have a look. Can I go have a pee or something before we go in? Oh, these controls are a little weird. Manistan, it will be good. Il y a faire bon vivre. My French sucks. So I'm not even going to attempt to translate this, because that would just be sacrilegious to all my francophone friends and colleagues in Montreal. So I ain't going to do that. What's this? A rock.
Hamilton never mentioned a road-blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Okay, well I can run, that's good. So I get the feeling I need a tool. In which case, it's probably not in the garbage. So, we are going to go look in the ranger station. Ooh. That's funky. Some Aboriginal artwork, perhaps? Or maybe they're totems to say stay away? I don't know. In all honesty, I've only been to Montreal once, so a lot of this is all brand new. I wonder, can I kneel? Okay, open. Oh, look at all this stuff. What's that? Pliers or bolt cutters? What's this? Matches. More matches. Can I take that toolkit? No. Okay, now what was this? A journal, options, map, equipment, consumables. Inventory. Oh, I have a nice big green brain in the left corner there. Consumables. What's in there? Smokes. And equipment. I have a camera and a flashlight and a journal and a map. Okay, and those go on the pad over there. So that's it. So what, these bolt cutters are one use and I don't hang on to them? I am kind of digging the graphics on this though. It's not super realistic, but it's enough. Lac Atomipec.
Carl was meeting his client in a store near this area. He was on the right track.
2 miles? What? Why is this in miles? Even in the 70s we were using SI units, so I don't understand. Break!
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Now I can
To clear his conscience, a $10 bill. Carl was an honest man.
Oh, okay. Guess I should go close that door too then. If he's such an honest man. $10 in 1970 actually was it's a fair amount of money. Alright, let's go crash into the bridge.
Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here.
I'm afraid to get going too fast in this car.
The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him.
Yeah. I accelerated after we left the bridge, and I haven't touched that button since. And we're
Hamilton had
just
recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people.
Cree.
Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
I'm gonna go look in that garbage pile for a
Carl's
minute.
military training had made him a very punctual man. Being late to his meeting with Hamilton was out of the question.
Well, there we go. It won't let me out of the car. I'm gonna go see who's dumping crap everywhere. What does that mean? We're losing radio. Maybe because we're in the shadow of a mountain. Perhaps. These kind of overhead bridges look... Oh, come on. I braked way before he showed up. Whoever that wanker was that just ran me off the road. I was not driving very fast. Anyway. Few hours? You gonna wake up missing a kidney now, buddy?
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain required urgent care.
There's a blizzard. WTF? This was not here earlier. It's an interesting way to start. I'll be interested to see what this name Kona means too, because the only one I know it from is we don't have chains. We have chains in the back. No. Yeah, the only
Carl wondered how long he would have to
word I
enjoy
know
this
Kona from
thin, stinging
is
cold.
the coffee that comes from the Kona region.
The
in
driver
Hawaii.
had taken off. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed help.
I wonder if I can turn on like a crosshair here. Maybe in here. Crosshair anywhere, anywhere. No. Controls options. Crosshair. Because this thing is really finicky for lining these things up. Apply, yes. Okay, that's better. No, I don't want to close the freaking door. Who's Isabel? Hey, baby.
Such heart-wrenching Nordic
backside.
poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about flowery language.
Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. When you disappeared, so did purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Huh.
It was a small, locked box engraved with the letters W.H. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Come on, dude. Can we jump? There's no jumping, eh? Oh, come on. Come on.
The cold was burning Carl. He would not hold up much longer. He had to warm himself.
Yes, he did. Where is he going to do such a thing? And can you believe I only just realized that this bridge is down? I was too interested in trying to get into the car that I didn't even notice. What, I can't warm up inside my car? What's in here? Anything? Grab some logs. So there's fire there. Can we get in here?
Even
chains.
better than he had hoped. Carl Faubert had succeeded once more, and
Here
was
we
now
go.
on his way to new adventures.
We'll get some warmth from that. What else we got in here? All kinds of kerosene and blankies and matches. What else? Some Lloyd. Change dish. Anything else? A weird little setup. Can I take the jar? No, nothing. Okay, well, so I need to heal. How do I heal? And we use that. Okay, so that will fix the first aid portion. Yay! And can't open the box. Can I take anything out of here? No. So I can't carry a lit stick with me. You know, if I click this, okay, that's flashlight. What's this?
Carl, ever diligent in his work, always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
Holy. He's reading, he's got a whole thing going on here. Okay, well I guess I should go back, because at least I'm warm in here, so I can look this up. A case of vandalism. Meeting at general store tomorrow, 11 a.m. Well, I'm sure I missed the meeting by now. Okay, the crash. Oh, neat. So if you go and click to each picture, it'll skip forward in the book to where you want to go. A cold mystery. The weather is crazy here. An error of margin of 30 Fahrenheit. See, I don't get why this is in imperial units. Cold mystery. Where's all the snow coming from? They say the fall is an unpredictable season, but this is something else. Crash, an accident. I haven't been this shaken up since Korea. Abandoned car. Who was the driver in the other car? Whoever it was, they don't have a snowball's chance in hell if they intend to continue on foot. Besides, why did they leave so suddenly? And then, what's her name? Isabel, I think? Nice little bit of poetry on the back of a beautiful face. That reckless driver was also melancholic. Lockbox. Would it be wrong to look inside? Surely I would find some clue as to who that reckless driver was. Still need to find the key. Okay. So there's all kinds of funky stuff in the book. Okay, so
the Polaroid, Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, has seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
Okay. So is that everything? So I guess that's where we started, and that's where we are. And there's a lot of stuff. Hamilton. Hiking trails. It's a general store. Gas, food, and lodging. Good. This looks like maybe there's a ranger station? Okay, oh I guess I'll go try to find that. I'll come back to you after. Stop the cold from coming in. Ah, there's the ranger station. Crunch, 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 crunch. There are nothing up here. At least I'm not cold right now. Huh. I guess it's just a lookout. There's no need for staying warm. And somebody was doing donuts out here. Well, that's neat. At least I'm leaving footprints. Wonder how long they last for. We'll see if they're there when I come back, because I'm going to try to warm myself up again, most likely. Okay. Snow chains! Maybe I can just continue on. I can't, so... Screw looking at footprints. Okay, so that's reversing me and I am not touching anything. Okay. I'm just trying to see if there's a horn or anything I can go.
Now wasn't a good time to wander about. Hamilton was still out there.
Let's try to turn the radio on. Whoa, whoa, why are you driving so fast, bucko? Like, I'm not even hitting the accelerator and he's going more than I am comfortable with in this weather. Any Canadian knows driving in winter sucks. Hardcore. So you take your time. Especially when you can barely see the roadway. Okay. It's a little funky. What's going on here? What's this say?
Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes. The Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry.
Okay. So I wonder if there's a chance we are on Aboriginal land coming in here. He'd better be on his best behavior. Oh, mailbox, can I get out?
Carl's military training had made him a very punctual man. Being late to his meeting with Hamilton was out of the question.
Okay, brake, brake, brake. Brake, dude. Okay. This is all downhill and it's just making me just fly.
The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess we're at a transition point here. And where are we going? What is in my rear view there? Is it the road? So this is guiding me. I'm not even driving right now. Okay. Can we get some gas? Man, I haven't seen gas pumps like this in a very long time.
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
What, can we get some?
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Well, boo on you. Close this.
A milkman had to drive by every week to fill the bottles. The fresh milk indicated a recent visit.
Can we see anything else back over on me on? Go have a pee. No? Anything funky in the trailer? There's a... Oh! Well. Well. Alright guys, here's your quiz. What kind of tracks are those? That's wolves. That's only one wolf though.
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first.
And that's where the tracks start. Oh shit. Picture. We're just gonna back away because I see
Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was it a possible lead? Something fell to the bottom of the box.
Alright, so I need to find me a key for this. Oh shit.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed. There was no need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close, that the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Well, I think we're gonna cut it right here. So we're gonna continue in the next episode and figure out who, who killed him, and see what we can do about those two wolves that are in the back of the compound, because, you don't go close to wolves. Sorry. I don't know how we're gonna handle that part. Anyway, in the meantime, check out the videos linked to the end of this screen, and we'll see you next time. And keep in mind, as a certain Dark Lord of the Sith likes to say, notice integrations. We'll see ya.